Hello. You might have been looking for disability insurance, and you look at different companies' policies, and the premiums are all different. And you may even look at the same company has different policies, and you can pay a different premium. So why is that? Why are disability insurance policies all priced differently? So today's topic, we're going to look at how disability insurance policies differ in premium. Okay, so let's get started. My name is David Matkoski, and our agency is called VistaPlan Financial Group. As I mentioned, you may be looking for a disability insurance policy and you go to one agent or one company and you get a premium from that company. Then you go to another company and the premiums are different and you wonder, like, how do I choose a disability insurance policy? Why are these policies all priced differently? So today, what I'd like to do is I'm going to take a look at the definitions of total disability and show you and help you understand why disability insurance policies come with different premiums. So today we're going to take a look at 4 different definitions for total disability and how they affect the premiums in the policy. Okay, so you can read along with this on the screen with me, but I'm going to start with the first one. It's called an any occupation definition, and I'm just going to read it to make sure I get it right. Due directly to injury or sickness, the insured is unable to perform the important duties of any gainful occupation for which he or she is reasonably qualified based on his or her education, training, or experience. And of course, you always have to be under the care of a physician. So what this definition says is if you have a contract and the definition for total disability is what we're reading here, it means that if you become disabled from any occupation, the company will consider you totally disabled. If they feel you can do some occupation, they don't have to find it for you. They just have to confirm that their feelings are that you qualify for some occupation. They no longer have to pay the claim. Let's take a look at the second one. The second one is a limited regular occupation. This one reads this way, and again, you can read it with me on the screen. Due directly to injury or sickness, for the first 24 months, the insured is unable to perform the important duties of your occupation. Thereafter, the insured is considered totally disabled if the insured cannot perform the duties of any gainful occupation for which he or she is reasonably qualified based on education, training, or experience, and again, always under the care of a physician. So the difference between this one and the first occupation, the first one, it was any occupation from day one. In this one, it says that you are considered totally disabled for the first 24 months if you can't do the duties of the occupation you're currently working at. Then after 24 months, they redefine it to be any occupation. This is a typical definition of disability that you find in group plans. So just imagine this. If a company considers you totally disabled only if you're unable to do the duties of any occupation, you can understand that that premium is going to be less expensive than if a company has to consider you totally disabled in your occupation for at least the first 2 years. So the definition inside your disability insurance contract determines how the company treats you and how the company defines your disability, and therefore it also affects the premium. Let's take a look at the third one. This is a regular occupation definition. This one says, due directly to injury or sickness, the insured is unable to perform the duties of a regular occupation. The insured is not working in any other gainful occupation and always under the care of a physician. So with this definition for total disability, it says that if you are disabled and unable to do the duties of your occupation, you're considered totally disabled. Only if you choose another occupation for income is the company going to treat you as residually disabled or no longer totally disabled. So again, let's review the three. So the first one, you were only considered totally disabled if you couldn't do the duties of any occupation. Then, something that's a little more expensive, you're considered totally disabled for 24 months in your occupation, then it goes to any occupation. That's a little more expensive in premiums. Then the third one says that you're unable to perform the duties of your occupation for the full benefit period. And only does that change if you decide to take on another occupation. Let's look at the fourth one. The fourth one says, due to injury or sickness, the insured is unable to perform the duties of your regular occupation and under the care of a physician. So now, if you can't do the duties of your occupation, you're considered totally disabled for the full benefit period, which might be to age 65, even if you choose another occupation. So with these four definitions of total disability, you have any occupation, your occupation for 24 months, then any occupation, then you have a regular occupation, so it's only when you choose to do something else are you no longer considered disabled. And then the fourth one, the own occupation, even if you work someplace else, you're still going to receive total disability benefits to 65. So there's four different ways that insurance companies are defining total disability. And you can see that if a company has to insure you, if you can't do the duties of your occupation, and if you choose another occupation, they still have to pay you disability benefits, that's going to be the most expensive policy. So the way the definition of total disability reads in your disability contract has a direct impact on how much your premiums are going to be. If there's less risk, as in any occupation from day one, the premiums are going to be less expensive. The longer you're insured in your occupation, the more expensive the premiums are going to be. So in disability insurance, you really get what you pay for. If you find a disability insurance contract that's very inexpensive, there's likely a reason. And that is that the definition for total disability is probably in favor of the life insurance company. The more expensive and the better quality disability insurance contracts have more restrictive definitions for total disability that protect you. So when you go out looking for disability insurance and you see a whole bunch of different premium, always ask, what is the definition for total disability? And you'll find that if it's any occupation, it's going to be the least expensive, and the longer they're protecting you in your occupation, the more expensive it'll be. So with disability insurance, you get what you pay for. Always take a look at the definition of total disability, and that'll tell you why the premiums are at the level they're at. I hope this has been helpful. In the next second, you're going to see a slide that shows our contact information. If you ever have any questions, reach out to us. Be happy to help. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.